And this one's to Andy and Bruce because George does not qualify on this question. What is the best playoff game you've ever called for Game Day? Bruce, can you remember a game?
Absolutely. There are three that jump right out at me off of this page. The first one, and I don't know if you can count this game because it had 7 turnovers in it, but Briarwood's North Stafford last year played at John Champ, that overtime game. Amazing game right there. The next one that comes to mind, Stonebridge's state championship win over Potomac. Ryan Moody from Zach Thompson Patrick Thompson in the back corner of the end zone coming across there. But the number one, hands down, no question about it. And thank you very, very much, my friend and brother. I have a picture of this. They go on the wall in my office. Broad Run over Amherst, their first state championship. Breon Earl in the snow, leaning over into the end zone for the winning touchdown. It still brings chills and almost another tear.
That was a great game. I was jealous of all three of those games that you were able to call. You know what, this is a great question because it brings you back down to memory lane, right? When you have a chance to go back and think about, golly, what are the great games of all time. Now, I wasn't doing play-by-play on this one, but I think the Westfield Chantilly game of 2006 in the regional championship was unlike many that you'd ever see. I mean, what a great atmosphere. Brucey called that. I was on the sideline for it.
It's a helicopter game, wasn't it?
That was the helicopter game with Nate Wark going out. But what an atmosphere. What a finish. I mean, that was tremendous. I think the game that stands out to me was the Northern Region Championship game between Centerville and Westfield, where Centerville blocked the field goal attempt to tie it, and they would go on to win it. That was an unbelievable game. It went back and forth. Another great atmosphere at Westfield. And then I think, you know, looking back on some of the great atmospheres, I think the one game that stood out to me was Battlefield and Lake Braddock. Back in, I think, 2009 when Michael Niebrick led them back, and they take the lead, and it looks like they're going to win with 14 seconds on the clock, and all of a sudden Blaine Mason gets a pitch from Bobo Bethard, and he takes it the distance to tie the game. They go into overtime. That was a crazy game. Matter of fact, Tom Whipple did that game with me, but also Tommy Buzzo was our color commentator that night. And we were just looking at each other like, wow, we could do this all night. This is one of the great games of all time. So those three games kind of stand out to me as three of the best that I've ever had a chance to call.
Can I throw two more at you real quick that I know you'll remember?
We could do this for a whole show if you want.
We could do this all night over dinner. And maybe we should one show. Chantilly Varina.
That was a great game.
At night at Chantilly.
Yeah. Great game.
Sharando.
Yeah.
The last play of the game winner.
That was a great one.
You called. I wasn't at that one, but you called that one.
Yeah, I mean, we've had some good ones at Sharando over the years.
Guys, I'm envious that you can go down memory lane. I can't even
Can't remember last
tell
week.
me where memory lane is. Don't know where it is. All I can remember when you say playoffs is the Phillies beat the Houston Astros in 1980. After that, it's kind of a blur.
Long-term memory versus short-term memory.
That's
Miracle
me.
Mets.
That's right.
I remember that.